Jaya Radha Madhava Kunjabi Hari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Viravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Viravanachari
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha
Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Viravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Viravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Kunja Bihari
In Brahma Vaivarta Puran, this beautiful saying, Okay, Narada have asked Krishna, where do you live? He said, I live in the heart of my devotees. Okay, then he asked, where your devotee lives? He said, they live in my heart. My devotee lives in my heart and I live in their heart. So you cannot understand the Leela of the sadhus. You know, in Ayurveda, there's Aushadhi and Anupan. Aushadhi means medicine and Anupan means like this water. But Ayurveda is so good. You take medicines with milk, with malai, with cheese, with honey, it's so sweet. Allopathy is just water. So, Leelas of devotees are like Ayurveda. A sadhu says, if you want to take a medicine, Swarna Bhasma, the Swarna Bhasma in Ayurveda, you have to take with malai. Malai का कहेंगे? वो जो दूध की मलाई होती है?
Just cream.
Oh yeah, cream with nice, thick cream of milk. So cream is so nice, bit Swarna Bhasma. So like this, the story of devotees are like that cream, and the appearance of Krishna is like that small, a medicine, just a few minutes. Incredible. And see, if your heart is pure, Srimad Bhagavatam says it is not difficult to see or to achieve Krishna. The most difficult task is to actually have a darshan of the devotee of Krishna. Vaikuntha Priya Darshana. 11th canto. Even Kamsa met with Krishna. Even Raman met with Rama. Hari Vyapak Sarvatra Samana. You can find him from anywhere. Even in this room, even in your house. If he can come in the court of Hiranyakashipu, which is not a pilgrimage, it's not a Tirthasthan, it's not Dham, a palace of a demon. All the bad things of the universe happens there. If you forget Prahlad, then there is not a single thing which can inspire Hari to arrive there. But if the devotion in Prahlad came and even Bhakti as Prahlad appeared, then Krishna can come to that palace also. So to have Krishna is not a difficult task. Achieving Krishna is not difficult. Actually achieving the prema of Krishna is the more difficult. To have love with him. He can be anywhere. He can come to America also. That's not a big problem. मन है चंगा तो कटौती आ जाएगा. If your heart is pure, he can arrive. He can meet you anywhere. But that has to be pure. And that can only be pure just by two ways. One is Harinam and another is Harikatha. These two things actually you can do in this Kali Yuga. What else you can do? You're talking about yoga. It's very hard to sit in Katha for 3 hours. People look for support. How we want to do yoga? What yoga? The only few sadhus elevated they can do. How can it's very hard to do Ekadashi fast. People think about food whole day. There's nothing is left in this Kali Kal. Only 2 ways. They can pure your heart. And once the pure heart is pure, then if you started meeting with devotees automatically, that means your heart is slowly getting pure. If a lotus would get nectar, then automatically bumblebees would attract to the lotus. If your heart is pure, then automatically sadhu would arrive in your life. And one day Krishna would arrive also. So, that can only be happen. Devotion is not able. Devotion is receiving, which you can receive from sadhu.
How do we get the blessings of the sadhu once we meet him?
How we get the blessing?
Of the sadhu once we see him.
How we get the blessing?
How?
To see him is a blessing.
How do we get him to open that curtain?
That his desire.
How do we get him to desire that one?
That's his own mood. You cannot control that. If he looks at you and if he wants that I should open the curtain now, he will do that.
Just a peek, a little peek.
That's his own mood. What our duty is just to pay the whole dandavats and everything to his lotus feet. Then his desire when he wants to open the curtain. We can just ask for the bhakti, that's all.
Could you please explain to me, in the spiritual world, I have a conception that everyone should be getting along, and I don't understand. If I read something like Chandravali and Radharani, it seemed like enemy. Could you explain?
See, that's very deep thing which you ask, and it takes many different things. But I have said recently, few months ago about this also. And see, you can't say that this. On that day I was explaining to you when he actually came to meet me. The things, the tragedies, the things which happens in a spiritual world and things which are happening in Srimad Bhagavatam is not like us. It is very divine. I was explaining it to you. That it seems same, but they are not same. Just like an elephant made up of sugar and an elephant of forest. The name is elephant, but that has life, death, destiny, lust, anger, everything. But this has nothing. This is just made up of sugar. But the name is elephant. You can eat this also, even if you are a Vaishnava. But that even, you cannot kill them also. The name is same, but the features are very different. So all the things, that's what I could tell you in a simple way. The things which are happening in spiritual world, that's you can say the enemy and the fight like we do, or like two ladies does for a man in this planet. Okay. They seems like same, but they are not like this. Like Radharani and Chandra, they both are fighting for Krishna. Two women are fighting for a man, which happens in the films or here. But that is divine and that's Leela, because that's controlled by Radharani. Radharani have Chandravali, so when the Chandravali arrives, so the Radharani hankers for Krishna. That gives pleasure to Krishna. Because they, Gopis, Kishoriji, they perform everything to make Krishna happy. When Chandravali goes and when Kishori get angry and when Kishori hankers for Krishna, that makes Sri Krishna happy. Radharani, at least sometimes she is hankering for me. Always I have to hanker for her. So that's their own Leela, the mood to bring up, to make Krishna happy. That's not an incident, or there's nothing negative is happening. That here everything is not controlled by you. Things are happening. But that's what you could say. What is the difference between a Leela and an incident? Incident is not controlled. You cannot control it. But a Leela is 100% controlled. Here time controls you. Even there, Krishna controls the times also. If a gopi feels like, as I said even to you on that day, I want to do evening seva, so evening would arrive for you. If another gopi thinks, I want to do morning seva, then morning for her arrive for her. So that's a field of divinity beyond all the material aspects. So being envy, being envious, which which we see between Radharani and Chandravali, that envy is not like envy which we have on this planet. That envy is also a leela, which they themselves have created to give more pleasure to Sri Krishna.
But these things are happening on a spiritual level, right?
Very spiritual level, and we could say emotions which are not full of selfish and self-satisfaction. And in a spiritual word, all around are emotions only, bhav, but they are much more superior, and the bhav is not to make us happy. We are trying hard to make our beloved happy. That's what the love is. Love and lust, what's the difference between both of them? Lust means what you can give me, love means what I can give. That's the vast difference between both.
Can you give like a little overview of like Aparadha and like she was talking about controversy, like there's so much controversy and people are talking bad about people and things like that. Like what exactly defines Aparadha? Like if you're hearing someone speak Aparadha and you know, okay, I have to leave this place and kind of, avoid their association.
See, anything can be aparadha, and anything can become beyond the aparadha also. That's depend on your way, how you are taking them. So the best way to be always free from them, because the definitions of aparadha, if we would go, then this whole night would over. Just by explaining this. 1,000 kind of aparadha are there. To hear something bad about someone, to hear good even about someone could become aparadha. So that's why I said anything could become aparadha, anything could. Okay, if you hear good about Ramana, which all one does, so what would you say? Is it good deed? A good work to hear very beautiful qualities of Ravana? So, hearing bad or hearing good is a different issue. Any time one can do aparadha. If you go more and more deep, I believe that you would be more depressed. You're sitting on this carpet, there could be many insects in this carpet.
I think I meant Vaishnava Aparadha. Sorry.
See, several definitions of Vaishnava Aparadha also which you can perform. But how you can be saved? By being humble and only Hari. That's why chanting of Hari Nam should be always in your heart. So you don't know sometime when you can do aparadha. It could be from your heart also, it could be by your saying also, it could be by your doing also. Okay, let me tell you a story. I love that story and I told many people. A Brahman came to eat at somebody's house. And what happened? They fed him nicely, but they forget to give him kheer, which they have cooked. So therefore the kitchen was like after the garden. So daughter was bringing, that's outside, was bringing kheer without covering it. And when she was coming from out, an eagle which was having a snake in her mouth, she hunted it. So few drops of poison from the mouth of snake fell down in the kheer. She even didn't know when this happened. And when she gave kheer to the Brahman ate it and died. Everyone started saying that this family have killed this Brahman, this family have killed this Brahman. They have to, they criticized them a lot. Now, Yamraj has to take decision that whom should he give this aparadha? To the eagle, to the snake, to the family, to the daughter, to whom? What do you think? Because snake was unconscious, he didn't know anything, he was going to die. Even he just spit out, just fall down. Eagle didn't know that something is happening down. She was enjoying her flight. Daughter was taking, even she didn't intentionally done it. Family didn't know that there's a poison in the kheer. If they knew, they wouldn't have given it. Two things are there. Definitely there was some destiny of the Brahmin that you have to die today. But that's a different issue. But who would get the aparadha? Actually, the people who criticize the family. Because the family was so renounced. And they know that they can't kill a Brahmin. But everyone who is to be jealous of them, so the whole society, the people, the neighborhoods, they criticize them that they have killed the Brahman. And by doing this, actually they got aparadha. So the definition of karma and aparadha, Vaishnava aparadha, try to do less as much as you can. But still you don't know when you have performed it in this life and previous life. So the holy always has, okay, if you sleep where there are so many mosquitoes, what you put? You put a cream. You put a cream so that mosquito don't come to you. Similarly, any aparadha can be happen by you anytime. So put that cream of Mahamantra always, so you could be safe from all those aparadha of mosquitoes, which are mosquitoes. Sometimes you don't hear, but it just comes in your ear. This have done this, that have done this. Stay unaffected as much as you can from all those bad things which you hear. And just say loudly, Haribo, Haribo. That's all actually you can.
They say, okay, devotion is for the early stage, when you are the beginner stage, but ultimately one should reach to the jnana and that stage. Then you don't need to serve the deity, just reach to the jnana stage. Why is that concept? Like from where that concept? Why they get that?
That's their own speculation.
And how to
They
make them
they want to
understand?
satisfy their own ego, and they are actually bringing their ego how to serve someone else.
Somebody
You could become your own John elevated. Me, I. So the concept of I actually have created all these things, these thoughts. Definitely, Gyan is definitely a way to reach Krishna. But that's first thing, that's not Yoga Dharma. Second thing, it's very hard. Karma is also goes to Krishna. You can't say the karma is not. Karma yoga is there. But there are many chances, there's a very narrow way. 99.9% chances to fall down in this material world. If this was Satyuga, then definitely even Lord appears in different forms. The practices of Vedas are different in Satyuga. The practices of Vedas are different in Treta, Dwapar. But that also exist. The way of Gyan also exists, the way of Karma also exists. But one cannot do now, and that's the problem.
Someone was telling
So,
me.
they have not faced anything in their life. It's just saying, oh, so Gyan. Let them face a big loss in their business, they would definitely come to the temple. So, give me something then. Devotion is easy to become a devotee when there are so many problems.
Sometimes people claim that, oh, we did Harinam a lot of time, now we don't need that, we can just do meditation. We don't.
Okay, do meditation. and tell me if you enjoy more than Harinam. And if you are enjoying, keep doing it. But we are on the ultimate path, and one day you would have to come. I know that.
We know that what we are doing is the ultimate thing, but how to make them
See,
understand?
being a devotee, a niyam of a devotee is to make everyone devotee. But becoming a devotee is not an easy task. Selected people can do it. So understand it as a Krishna Leela, that you don't want this guy to be in the temple. And he made this intention of inside. Hey, meditate, you go up. See, all these procedures exist.
Right.
Meditation is also a way. The controversy is what is ultimate. We accept meditation. There's no problem in meditation. Japa is also a category of meditation. But the thing is, the controversy is, the Sampradaya controversy is, japa is ultimate or just the meditation is ultimate. They say meditation is ultimate, we say japa is ultimate. Both the ways are there. But these thoughts comes, Mahaprabhu has said in Sikshashtakam, Durdaiva. If you understand, which is unlimited, the samskars, the bad deeds, the karmas, the intentions, these all are related to these Durdaiva. What we call Durdaiva in English?
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. So, these Durdaiva, himself Mahaprabhu have said that Nam Akar, the second verse of Sikshashtakam, you all know about it. That Krishna is so merciful, made many names, give you all strength to your holy name. You have even removed all the niyams, the vidhis from your holy name. Still I am so unfortunate that I am not able to chant the holy name. And that thing happens with them. Mahaprabhu is saying in a humble way, but they are definitely unfortunate. So they are not in this path. And that unfortune has arrived because of anything. So, all the ways exist, just the controversy is which is the best way. So, you are doing our best way. They want to do it like that. But if Mahaprabhu is right, which definitely he is right, then one day they have to come back here. Or there could be many other things that in this life they just have to meditate and they are preparing to come to this field in maybe next life. So that's your point of view, to take it negative or you're taking it positive. But that's definitely unfortunate that one says that I'm not enjoying Harinam. A very rare and really unfortunate person can say that I'm not enjoying Kirtan and Harinam and I want to meditate and there's no problem if he's meditating, but the problem is why he's not enjoying Harinam. So definitely what we can figure it out is Durdaiva Midrishamina Janinadana. That Anurag is not generating because of misfortune. Last year when I came, I had a big argument with this young boy. In Detroit only, we visited somebody's house. You all were not there. Neetu was there. Big argument. I believe in science. You worship statues? You don't know anything? I just told him, okay, just wait for a minute. Actually, I emailed him later on. I said, what you were telling me, the way you were telling me, repeat the whole thing, but look your face in the mirror. And you see in how much anxiety you are, how much depression you are in. I believe that I worship a statue made up of a stone, definitely. But we make them our beloved, and see, I'm enjoying. Why you want things to make yourself happy? But he was still not. Oh, he was fighting like anything. And then finally what I told him, okay, I just want one promise. You do not believe in God, then just don't believe in God till your last breath. At any situation, I want you to not believe in God. You promise me? He said, yeah. Why would I? And then a few months after, I'll show you the email. He wrote me an email. Since you told me not believe in God, I'm thinking about God a lot.
We always been taught that God or Krishna is in everything, right? In nature, in human beings, or wherever we see, He is the one, is omnipresent, right? So when we see all these sorrows, the people are going through so many ups and downs in life, depressions, unhappiness. Is Krishna is also part of that, or He is apart from those things?
A very beautiful question. A cheeky one also. So, definitely, in one form, He is staying and empowering each and everything. We, all of us as Paramatma, which is staying inside, then Brahma in each and everything, and Krishna as a personality sitting there. See, I remember one saying of Srimad Bhagavat, I think this must be from 11th canto. It says, Dharma is the chest of Sri Krishna and Adharma is the back of Sri Krishna. You know, when people say, "Oh, dharma ki jai ho, adharma ka nash ho," so many sadhus don't accept that. क्योंकि धर्म की जय हो, अधर्म का अधर्म तो भगवान की पीठ है. So अधर्म में परिवर्तन, नाश क्यों? पीठ पे डंडा मारोगे भगवान की. So the adharma is the back of Sri Krishna. If day is Sri Krishna, then the night is also Sri Krishna. All the things which has created is definitely by Sri Krishna. But you said the sorrows, the unhappiness. I have said already in the Katha, I think, that there is no specific definition of sorrows. And actually, there is nothing like happiness and sorrow specific. How? I gave a story of that also. And I said, okay, if I have a banana, and if I give you banana, you would like, oh, so nice. And maybe if you give me banana, I would say, yuck. What do you have given me? Banana is saying that has a specific taste, a natural taste, came from a tree. But you had a different impression according to your own nature, and I had a different impression according to my own nature. Some things, I have this so good. Few things, I have this so bad. There's a very old story, you might have heard that also. That two brother came to somebody's house and a lady gave them half glass water. So one was so happy, oh, half is filled. And another started crying, oh, half is empty.
That is a one way to look at it. But
Yeah.
my question was, like if you see an autistic child, okay, parents are there, they have a newborn child, and then later the child is autistic, okay. So the parents are going through that depression, unhappiness, though they have a child, but it's not bringing any kind of happiness. And also, the child who was born as an autistic child is not going to have a very good life, because he's gonna go through a lot of problems, and he will not have a normal life. So when we watch that autistic child and the parents,
ऑटिस्टिक का जो एक प्रॉपर मतलब क्या
Mentally challenged.
Mentally challenged.
ठीक ठीक
so when we watch that child and we watch those parents and we feel bad about it. So Krishna is present in the autistic child, Krishna is present in those parents, and Krishna is present in me. So how Krishna is watching those autistic child and those parents and what he is experiencing. That was my actual question.
Okay. See, one thing, why he's so because we have limited eye to see things. First thing, like I cannot see what's happening in your kitchen now. If I smell something, somebody is cooking, I could speculate. Oh, is it something burning there? If I go there and see, oh, it was not burning, they actually cooking something, but the smell was like this. I can't see, so I speculated it. When we talk about sorrows and why that child became this, you all know about this. We have a philosophy of karma. And that's also created by Krishna also. But we can see what we have seen in our 30 years life. I can see what I have done in my 24 years of life. Before that, what I have done, I have definitely have done something. Definitely, you might have definitely, but we are not, we don't know what really we have done. But everything what somebody said beautifully, we are here not to fulfill our desires, we are here to fulfill our destiny. That's why there are several changes which has happened. So that's one thing. That why this thing happened with him. Why there's a sorrow which actually happened to the parents. We think that this is definitely a sorrow. That they are in pain, boy is in pain. But we cannot see beyond our limits. That this could be a remedy also, which could happen even more horribly. It's happening like this. It's happening like this. This something previous was definitely there. Acharya, in Switzerland, a person told me a story. Just came back after many years. A lady said this. His brother was physically challenged. He was reborn and his legs didn't used to work. So what happened? She was struggling and she was so much pain. She used to love her brother a lot. He's still alive, but he became a Hindu, like our Vedic culture and everything. So what really happened? He went to a Christian and asked, why this happened to my brother? He said, I'm not comparing, I'm just telling what really happened. So he said, that's God's will. He wanted to do him like this. So she said, so horrible. God is so horrible. She felt it like this. Then he met a Muslim priest. He asked her in the same question. He said, that's the bad deeds of his parents. That's why their son is like this. Because he is facing also, and because of him, they are facing. So then she thought, why this only happened with my brother? I came also from the same womb. Why not to me? No. Then, this is a real story. I just met him 5 years ago. Met her. Then he said, I accidentally met a sadhu. And I said, oh, he seems like a saintly person. Saffron clothes. I asked him this question. And he said, that's his own karma. Not related to parent, not related to, that's his own karma, which made him like this. Then she, oh yes, that could have happened. That there is something previous which was there, and he has to face things like Gandhari. I will come to that point also which you have said, that how Krishna is looking to them. But I'm first explaining this another point of view. Gandhari have asked Krishna that I can see my 100th birth. I haven't done anything wrong, so that I have to see the death of my 100th son. I can't see. What is this? Why Krishna this? I can see my 100th birth. I haven't done anything, so I have to see this pain. Krishna smiled and said, I can see unlimited birth. When about 101 life back, just one life back, you were a queen. And then you used to have a headache. So one Tantrik, who is Parangat in Tantra and Tamoguni Vidya, he told you to take 100 earthworms and actually kill them and just make a paste of 100 earthworms. That's a bit horrible. And put them on your forehead. That's a story from Mahabharata. Put them on your forehead for like specific. There was a special treatment which he said. So then you could be free from this pain. Those 100 earthworms waiting to take revenge from you from last 100 birth. But because your sadhana was so strong, becoming enemy, they were not able to give you pain. So they took birth from your own womb. They died. And you are feeling this sorrow. And they are actually happy. The Jeev is happy. They died in a battle. But the Jeev inside them is happy. Why? Because they are able to take revenge from you. That's a story from Mahabharata. That's how Gandhari had seen. So the karma is so incredible, beyond our imagination. When anything we could do, why Vidura has a right? This again, the Rishi, a Rishi when he was 5 years old, he poked an eye of an insect. You might have heard this. And because of that, he has to go and then but he has sadhana, so he could save himself. But then he cursed Dharmaraj to become a Vidura. You know that story. So the philosophy of karma is so intense. We have limited eye to see. That's why I said, I can just smell, I can speculate. Is something burning or something cooking? If something burning, then bad. If something cooking, then very good. But I can just smell and speculate. But when I go there and see, then actually I know the reality. That's why something bad or good happens, that's just like a smell. Something was there. But we definitely don't know what was there. So that's actually our philosophy is. But that never means that you should not become hospitable and merciful that's through someone else. You have done bad karma, so you born like this. No, you have to face. No, that's a horrible situation. That Dharma explained this principle to make one relax. And that is a real explanation that you have done something. But on the other side, that is our duty to be so merciful, to be so hospitable, and to take care of them. And Krishna arranges through that. If some horrible thing happened to someone, but there's few people who are ready, helping them, who are ready to actually becoming so merciful, like it is like that mentally challenged child. So there's something, Dr. Garg is there to help him. So that's the proof that Krishna is watching him. Through him or just directly. He made these kind of arrangements. Karma is there. I was explaining to her. Bad deeds, good deeds. A bad deed is there and nothing actually they both exist. It can become very less when you are a good person and become more when you are a bad person. For example, there are two brothers. One was a devotee and one was so bad. There's one place on this on left hand side of the road, there's a pub, and the right hand side is a temple. In the evening they both used to go the same way. One brother used to go in the pub and another in the mandir. After 1 hour they both came on at the same time. Once they were coming back, there was a huge nail on the road. The person who came from the temple, he hurted him so badly, even pura arpar ho gayi. So much in pain. And the person who came out from a pub, he hit it a small potli and he opened it and there was a gold coins. He now, you go to temple, see what happens to you. This, your God have hurted you so badly. Look at me, I have beautiful life. I'm enjoying in parks and still I found this gold coin. He didn't answer, he had nothing to answer. He was stay silent, but he is still going to temple, becoming a good devotee. After a few years, they died together. They went to the court of Dharmaraj. Then this person asked Dharmaraj that I didn't have any answer to give it to my brother when he insulted me. Please tell me. Dharmaraj smiled and said, you know, your brother, because of his good deeds of some life, he was going to become the most richest person of the planet. But because he was performing bad, that most richest person converted that money into just few gold coins of a potri. And if I talk about you, it was destined that you are going to die on that day. But because of your good deeds, that death was converted into a just small pain of a nail. This is a Vedic law. Papena vardhate punya, papena kshiyate punyena vardhate.